Hello. This video will provide a high-level overview of general use of REDCap, troubleshooting, and the protocol deviation log. For more details on specific uses, please refer to the relevant MOP sections. By completing this video and reading the relevant MOP sections, you have satisfied the data entry and REDCap training. So this is your REDCap homepage. So when you log into the REDCap system, you'll be taken to this page, which has all of the projects that you have access to. You won't have nearly as many projects here as I do, but you will have access to this project that's called NPH Module 1 Demo. And you'll see it's this PID 60. So you'll click into here to access the demo page. And upon doing so, you will be taken to this homepage, which has this interactive dashboard. And a component of this dashboard is once you click these cards at the top, it changes the names that are here at the bottom. So these participants here are those who are interested in this study. These are those that have consented. These are those that have consented and are eligible. And so when you click these names and when you click the card at the top, you're actually able to click into that specific participant's record. So I'll click this participant's name and it'll take you straight to their record homepage. And this is where you have a snapshot of all the activities that the participant has completed thus far, and which activities the participant has yet to complete or has yet to have access to. And so I'll go to this page just because this record homepage has a few more forms that have been filled out and have access to. So you can see here, there's a lot of different colors and designations. So this green check mark here indicates that it's a survey that has been filled out by the participant and is completed, which is why it's a green check mark. This green circle, that's not a check mark, but it's just a green circle, shows that this is a data entry form that has been filled out by a staff member. So these green circles here are just data entry forms, not surveys. So not a survey that a participant's filling out, but something that a staff member has filled out. And green indicates that it's complete. And then the red is just an incomplete data entry form. So this is a form that has been open, started, but hasn't been set to being complete and hasn't been saved to be saved as being a complete form just yet. So one form I want to go into quickly is just this form called communications. Well, it's actually the contact history form that logs communications. So here is just a form that shows all the communications that have gone through the participant. So this is an automated communication that the REDCap system has automated and sent to the participant. So it was sent on this day. It shows the reason. It also shows the type of communication. And so this is a log that will show all the communications that are automated with the participant. And then staff members are also able to click add new, and then they can log any communications that they do specifically with the participant in addition to the automated ones. And once you click add new, you'll just have some information that you can fill out here. You put the date, the reason, the secondary reason, if there is one, you know, the type of communication, any comments, and then you would just change the status to complete and you would hit save and exit form. And once you do so, it will be populated into this participant's log. So let me just show you how you would put this information here. I just put my initials as the staff person, today's date. Let's say that the reason for this was an issue with MFR. And there's no secondary reason, it's just an issue with MFR. Let's say that this was an email, and we can say that, you know, there is an issue with the MFR. Change the status to complete, save and exit the form. And upon doing so, you'll see that that has now been logged and saved in this form. So now in addition to that automated email communication, there was also a manual one conducted by RI, and it was an email, and it just shows some comments as to why that communication occurred. So we're just going to go back to the record home page, and another form that I want to show you how to enter data into is this protocol deviation form. And so this is a form that you will fill out anytime there's a protocol deviation that occurs with that participant. So the first question that you'll answer is just indicating, was there a protocol deviation? Answer is yes, that's why you're in that form. You'll put the date, we'll just say the date was today, and ask for type of protocol deviation. So we'll say that the type was that there was a visit missed or it's outside of the window. And the question is next asking, during which module did the deviation occur? We'll say module 1, that's our current module. And then during which module 1 visit did the protocol deviation take place? It actually took place for visit 2. And was the deviation reported to the site's IRB, yes or no? If you click no, then of course it asks you why wasn't it reported. So just, nothing yet reported. And then this is just where you would then indicate any details about this protocol deviation. So the specific one where we said there was a visit missed, you would just put any information as to why that happened and the resolution and how any details pertaining to this protocol deviation. And I'll leave this blank because I'll show you what happens if you try to save a form that has a required field that you don't put data into. So let's say we're done, we say we're complete. We want to say save and exit form. You get a notification here that says that this question is a required field and it's blank, so you actually need to answer it. So we'll just hit OK. And now we know, okay, we need to put information or we need to provide details. So we'll just say there was an issue and as a test entry. Then we'll save and exit that form. And now that protocol deviation log has been entered. Now let's say this specific participant actually has another protocol deviation. This form has been created to be a repeating form, which means that we can keep filling out that same form multiple times. So you can already see here, there's a green one that's been filled out, but we have another protocol deviation. So we're going to hit this checkbox and it says add new instance. So we're going to click that. And now we are taken to the second instance of the same form for the same participant. So once again, there was a protocol deviation. Let's say another one happened today. And this time the deviation was, a use of illegal substance or prohibited medication that we found out. We'll say during what module, once again, module 1, visit 1, was reported. If we say yes, nothing pops up. If we say no, something does pop up. As we said before, we need to make sure we provide additional details. Click complete, save and exit form. Now when you scroll down to the bottom, you can see that there's, now there's additional circles next to it because there's more than one form that's been filled out. So if you want to see specifically all the ones that have been filled out, you would just click the circle and you can see that there's actually been 2 protocol deviations for this participant. And if you need to add another one, you can click add new here, or as we did before, you can also just click this checkbox here or this plus sign here. And this will add an additional instance or add a new form for the protocol deviation. So another way to navigate through the REDCap system is to go to this page called the Record Status Dashboard. And so rather than showing just one participant as we've been looking before, this dashboard will actually show you all of the participants that are included in your site. Sometimes it takes a little bit to load. All right, so here, this actually shows all the participants that are currently in our system. And you will only have access to the participants in your specific site. You won't have access to participants in any other sites. And so I'll actually just change the setting here just to mimic that. So I'll say that I'm from Cedars-Sinai. So these are only the participants that are part of the Cedars-Sinai site. Now here at the top, you can see that there are specific filters that have been created to make navigating this page a little bit easier, just because as you can see, it is a little bit wide. There are a lot of events. There are a lot of forms within the events. And so to make it a little easier to navigate, we've created these custom filters at the top. One filter that we have that we feel is really helpful is this one called consent needed. And this filters both the participants and the forms. So these are specifically participants who need to go through the consent process. And then it also just shows the events and the forms that are relevant for the consent process as well. So once we go back to that default dashboard, you'll see that the number of participants does increase because now it's no longer filtered by just those participants who need to go through consent. Now it just has everyone that's in your study at your site. There's also some other events or some other filters that we've created just to make the view a little bit more easy to navigate. So if you want to just look at the Visit One forms, this will just show all the forms that are relevant to that Visit One event. So these are all, the participant questionnaires that they fill out, and also just like the initial forms that were related to Visit Gateway, Module 1. And similarly, you can look at a short view of the Visit One form. So that takes away all of those participant questionnaires, and it just kind of shows you those record keeping forms that are necessary for this visit. So Visit Gateway, Module 1 eligibility, all the way through to randomization. So another feature I want to make a note of here is that in addition to the green circles and the red circles, we also have gray circles. So this gray circle means that this form has not been started. It's a completely new form, has no data in it, and needs data that needs to be entered into it. So this is what the gray form here indicates, or the gray circle. And then if you can see here, it's a little light, so maybe I will try to zoom in a little bit. But to the right of this gray circle, you'll see one here that's actually not able to be clicked into. And that's because this form has not been unlocked. So we do have a number of forms that you aren't able to access or open initially, but need to be unlocked based on previous activities. So for these forms, this form is not actually going to be unlocked until the participant goes through the eligibility process and the coordinator indicates that they are eligible. Once they do so, then the additional forms for Visit One will be unlocked. So this was just a general overview of the REDCap system. We did go over the record homepage, and we went over the record status dashboard, as well as what some of these symbols mean. We went over the protocol deviation log and how to enter it, and how to enter multiple entries if there's more than one protocol deviation for a specific participant. If you have any additional questions, and if you want to look at more features of the REDCap system, please visit the REDCap MOP that we have for your review. Thank you.